Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Canvas. This game supports 1 to 5 players. It's for ages 14 and up, and the average play time is 30 minutes. This is a game that I have covered on my channel before, but today we will be attempting one of the 2 solo variants. Yes, there are actually 2 solo variants. There's Painting with Vincent for 1 to 2 players. So if you're playing a 2-player game, you could include Vincent along with your game to sort of cycle out the cards a bit more, or you can play a solo game with Vincent as well, and Vincent will randomly remove cards from the array by tossing these little paintbrush things, whatever they're called. Instead, you can opt for a more controlled game via the solo puzzle. In this one, you will have complete control over what is being discarded. However, whenever you use inspiration tokens to skip cards, you return them to the supply rather than adding them to the existing cards that you skipped over, and they also get removed from the game. I'm going to go ahead and paint with Vincent just because my name is Vince, and I've never seen a bot named Vincent before, so I guess I'll be playing against myself here. I'm sure Vincent is going to give me a hard time. The bot does not score any points. The bot does not create cards. All he's there to do is to mess with me, and my primary goal is to get a high score. And here's a quick look at the different scores on the bottom. Easy is 25 points, normal is 30, hard is 35, and master is 40. All right, so as part of setup, you're going to do the same thing that you would normally do in a multiplayer game. You're going to randomly put out 4 of these goal cards, and we'll go over each one. Here's a quick look at the first one, and for an explanation, we'll come to the back. Score repetition for each pair of triangles. Remember, each element only counts once per scoring condition. So in this case, there is a pair of triangles there and a pair of triangles there, and you're trying to score these ribbons in order to get the most points at the end of the game. Here's an example of a person scoring 1 ribbon because they've made 1 pairing. At the end of the game, you'll get this many numeric points based on the number of ribbons that you've collected, because you're going to be scoring 3 different paintings for the entire game. So you're going to add up all of the ribbons that you have of the pink color, of the green, of the blue, and of the purple. That might be red actually, but I can't tell. And you're just going to add up all of those ribbons, and that's how many points you score for end game. So I'm going to be trying to get pairs of triangles for the 1 goal. And then this one is emphasis. I need a card, a painting that has exactly 1 of these symbols on it. It's pretty self-explanatory there. This one has 2, so that would not qualify. This one has only 1, so they get 1 ribbon. And if I manage to score 3 ribbons by getting this taken care of 3 times with the 3 paintings that I have, then I get 11 whole points, but we'll see how that goes. Then we move on to the variety goal, where I need all of these different symbols. That's going to be tough. Here's a quick look at the back in case you're curious. This one will score 1, and this one will score 1, even though there's an empty one here, and even though there's a duplicate here. So as long as each symbol is being represented once, it will score a ribbon. And lastly, composition. All right, that doesn't look okay. Score composition if all 5 swatches have elements or bonus icons. Okay, so don't leave any blank. Here's an example of purple being left blank. Whenever you finalize a portrait, this is not going to qualify. This, however, does, because all of these colors have an element on them. Okay, so those are the 4 goals I am shooting for. Those are randomly drawn. There's more in the box, and there's also in the back of the rule book, there are scenarios. You can put these various scenarios together by finding the appropriate goal and then shooting for the achievement or the goal number there. But we randomly drew those. So again, we are using the Vincent variant, one of the 2 that are in the rulebook. It's a bit more random, and I chose it because, well, if I lose, then I can blame it on Vincent rather than my own ineptness. Anyway, so Vincent will get 4 of these paintbrushes here, and I likewise start with 4. I get to go first. And as a normal turn, I can either get a card from the array, one of these 5 here. If I take this one, it's free. If I want to go more in, I have to pay a paintbrush on each one that I want. So if I want this card, I have to put a paintbrush, and I can take that card. But I kind of want to save these for later. Vincent can acquire these if he happens to take a card on his turn that has paintbrushes on him. And likewise, as he skips cards to put stuff down, he will also leave behind paintbrushes that I can grab, just like another person would if they were playing the game. Okay, so I can either take one of these or I can score a painting. I can have a maximum of 5 of these cards, and I have to choose 3 when I score a painting. So let's just start with something. There's a triangle there. There's a triangle there. I think I'm just going to grab this first one just because I like the dice. So I'm just going to take that into my hand for right now. This will slide down, and a new one comes out. Great. And now Vincent here is going to, and this is going to be a little annoying, he's going to I'm just going to do this with it, and boom. And okay, so only one is face up. That is how many cards he will skip. So he's going to put the face up one here, and then he's going to remove this particular card from the game, which is one I was actually hoping to get because it had another triangle on it and some other things. But this is completely removed from the game. I'm going to go ahead and put that off to the side, and these slide down. All right, and it is now my turn. I'm looking at another triangle here. I could take this one, but I already have a red element on this, so I really don't want that. This, in addition to getting ribbons of different colors for completing these goals, some of these cards have little silver ribbons on them that give you silver ribbons, which are 2 points apiece, for each of the a particular symbol. I do want that symbol somewhere on my card, so I may grab that along with this, but I'm also afraid he's going to take that as well. There's also this here. I could add this to my hand, but if I play this, I'm going to want to slot something over it so that only one of these appears, so I can satisfy that condition there. So I'm really tempted to grab that one because that gives me some flexibility. Although there's a blue triangle, so maybe I might want one of these two, and then I'm going to grab this first one just because I can. So that is going to go into my hand. These will slide down, and that comes out. Okay. All right, so Vincent is going to, whatever he has left here, he's going to do that, and then boom. Okay, so he has 1. So he's going to skip this one and remove this one from the game, which is kind of sad because there are 2 triangles on that one. So like I said, if I lose, I can totally blame Vincent. All right. And I've got some leeway here. I'm tempted to take this one, although that one is looking kind of juicy. It has this green and a blue triangle. However, if I do take this one and somehow try and slot that over it, it's going to remove that triangle that's on there. That's going to be, I could slot it like that, but then I lose that multicolored one that I was looking for. So I'm still tempted to take this anyway. So I think I will put one here and take this one and add it to my hand. All right. And these keep sliding out on me. In the event, and I'm just going to read this verbatim so I don't mess this up too much. In the event that if no tokens land face up, or if he has no inspiration tokens, Vincent selects the card furthest from the deck, which is the very first card. Vincent discards the selected art card from the game and gains any inspiration tokens. So he pretty much just chooses this one if none of those are available. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do these 2. And, oh, both of them. All right, so 1, 2, and he removes this one from the game. These will slide down. And I don't have I don't have this second color. I need yellow. I need yellow. I'm running out of room. I need a yellow so that I can score that one, and it has a triangle. I know he's going to take that one next if I don't, because he has no tokens left. So I can kind of control what he takes. I kind of want to take one of these. That blue one could fit. This is a really bad pairing, this. I could guarantee and go 1, 2, 3, 4 and take this card, which guarantees me that yellow there. But yeah, that I might have to do that. I might have to do that. And there's a sun. There's a square. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that because what if he does... He's actually not going to remove this from the game on his turn. He can't. He can't remove this. He doesn't have any of these to get out there. So I'm really tempted to just take this one. And then that forces him to take this one next. And then I'll take that when it's cheaper. I think that's going to be the way to go here. So I'm going to take this one and grab all of these for some utility. And that's my 4th card. I can only grab one more card before I'm forced to create a painting. These will slide down and a new one comes out. And because he has no paint brushes here, I'm going to call them paint brushes. I know they're not. I think they're canvases. Anyway, he's just going to grab this token and remove this from the game. This slides down. Okay, that made this card very cheap. And it's the only card I should really grab because it's the only yellow one out here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and grab that. And these slide down. A new one comes out. He's going to flip this to see... Nope, face down. So he just takes the first card along with that and discards that from the game. These slide down. And now my turn, I am forced to make a painting. It doesn't matter which one you use. These are your templates. So let's see what 3 cards we would want to put together to create the best possible combination. Although I'm not going to get this one because no matter how I do this, either square will be covered or square will be covered or sun will be covered here. So I'm not going to get that one, unfortunately. I don't have any other... Actually, there's a sun here. It's also green, though. Oh, man. Let's do... This is 3... I need a purple in here. I only have 1 purple, so I have to use this one. If I want to get that one, then I need to include this at least, which means I'm going to want maybe that one and then maybe the yellow one. Okay, that's not terrible. That gives me one of those. It doesn't give me all 4 elements, but it does give me a triangle pairing. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but it does give me 2 triangle pairings, which is great. Or 1 triangle pairing, I should say. Exactly one of these. I've filled everything for that card. I think I'm going to keep this one. And because I do have a ribbon there, it says a silver ribbon for each of these symbols. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into like so. All right. This is, the name of the painting is Exploring Beauty. And this is what I end up getting. So let's go ahead and score that real quick. I get a ribbon for, let's see, a single pairing, which is, that's the red one. So I get one of those. The green ribbon, exactly one of those multicolored symbols. So I get a green one there. I get none for this because I am missing a square. This one, I have 1 symbol, or at least all colors accounted for there. So I get a blue one. And I get a ribbon per multicolored circle that I have, gray ribbon. So this is what I've got. It's not terrible for a first run. All right, so that was my turn, playing a painting. Vincent still gets to take his turn as normal. So he's going to do that, and that was a face-up. So he's going to do that and then get rid of this one. These slide down. All right. Now I've got these 2. I need yellow and purple. This card is looking juicy. There's no possible way he can grab this, however. If I grab this one, then he can. because he's going to have one, and it's very possible he could flip that face up and then grab this when it's here. So if I do take one, it's going to have to be not this one. If I take that one, that's a square, and I could cover that up there. I'm tempted, and then I could put this one near it. But I need two triangles. I've got one green triangle here, which is just not enough. I need another triangle somewhere. There's a blue one there. This is tough, like trying to figure out which three cards you're going to use and then which one you're going to put on top. I still might grab this anyway. I would get a ribbon per triangle for that. So even if I don't get the two triangles, I can still get at least a gray ribbon. So I'm going to do this 1, 2, and grab this one for later. Maybe a better one will come up in the future, who knows, but it's a chance we'll be taking. He's going to take this one and just, okay, it's face down, so that means he just takes the very first one, gets all of these, and that gets discarded from the game. These slide over, and I need to figure out how to take these out without knocking everything else out. There we go. Okay, so I've got 3 cards. Max is 5. Okay, these 3 alone, I could put them together now, and if I did, I would form something like this. And well, that's not terrible. Reason being, each of the 4 elements are accounted for. This one, this one, this one, and this one. There's exactly 1. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play this as is because I think this is a really good one. I kind of want another triangle though, but I would need a triangle in either the red or the purple slot, and I don't see a triangle. I don't see anything like that. It may come up later, but I think I'm just gonna play these 3 now for my next turn. I'm going to play them exactly like this. I think that's going to be really good for me. So I'm going to slide this into the blue one, if I can get them in there. Curse my fat fingers. All right, there we go. This is why I play Mystic Veil digitally. Okay, so the name of this painting is Risky Trap. So let's go ahead and score each of these ribbons. Okay, these goals. I don't have 2 triangles, so I did not complete that goal. This is exactly 1 multicolored circle. I did get that, so I get a green one. And the next one is 1 of each element. I have 1 of each element, so I get a blue one. And let's see. Where did I get a blue one here? Oh, so this should be purple. Yeah, that should be purple, my bad. Yeah, I made a mistake earlier. I scored. I'm like, I know I didn't get a blue one for this one, so what am I talking about? Yeah, I got a purple one for that one there. So going back to this, do we have purple? Yes, we do. And there's a couple of gray conditions here. I get a ribbon for each square and a ribbon for each triangle. So I'm going to take 2 of these and add them because I have 1 triangle and 1 square. So that actually worked out very well. Now the computer is going to go. He's going to take his 4 canvases. And okay, 1 is face up. No, that one gets removed from the game. These slide down. And a new one comes out. And now I've got 5 turns really to form my last painting. I may just take this one because it's got these extra canvases on it. Why did I call them paintbrushes earlier? All right, it has the multicolored one I need. It has a square. I don't see any triangles. I'm a little concerned. So I'm going to just take this one to give myself more utility later. These will slide down, and a new one comes out. You know what? I'm so sick of this little card holder thing. All right. And, oh, that's a really good one there. That has 2 triangles on it. All right, so the computer is going to... All right, 2 are face up. So that, and he takes this one out of the game. He has 1 left. And that's not terrible for me because I know he won't grab this or this. So I don't have to take these right away. If I take one of these, this will slide here, and there's a possibility he'll remove it. So maybe if I do take a card, it would be all the way back here, or maybe just take this one and then make that cheaper, then take that one later. It all depends. Because I need yellow. This is a perfect card for me. I can't pass that up. But I can't take one of these, because if I do, that slides down. If this ends up being face up, he'll skip this and discard this from the game. That would be awful. So I'm just going to go and do this and take that card into my hand, and a new one comes out. Okay, so there's still a little bit of puzzle element to the Vincent scenario. But in the other puzzle variant, there's a bit more control over what you're doing. All right, so Vincent is going to just flip that, and it's face down. Take my word for it. Face down, he just grabs that one, removes it from the game. These slide down. New one comes out. Okay, I like that. That's a lot of triangles. I still need a sun, however, to complete. But if I get a sun, then I cover that square. No, I've got a sun here, so I don't need that. Actually, all 4 symbols are represented here. That's not bad. So all I need is a red one to fill that in, preferably a ribbon. This would be perfect, actually. I'm going to take this one here, add it to my hand. These slide down. I think I just might end the game as is, unless there's another one that gives me a ribbon somewhere that replaces one of these, but I don't think that's going to happen. So Vincent is going to take his turn and just, okay, 2 face up. So 1, 2, and he removes that from the game. Let's take a quick look at, I could, in theory, grab this one just for the heck of it. I'm looking for ribbons, silver ribbons, so I can maybe cover one of these up. Here's what I would do with what I have. This would go something like this. So that would be exactly 2 triangles, 2 squares, or multicolor. So this isn't bad at all. I think that satisfies all 4 conditions. It does. So I think I'm just going to play this as is and end the game and be done with it. So I'm going to, for my last action, and Vincent doesn't get a turn after this because I've ended the game at this point. He doesn't score anything. So this painting is Chosen Surrender. What a what a name. Okay, so let's just get these out of the way, and we'll go ahead and score this one. I think it's just 1 ribbon of each color at this point. Red, there's 2 triangles, yes. Green, there's exactly 1 of those, yes. The blue one, is there 1 of each element type? Yes. Is 1 of each color have an element on it? Yes. Okay, so now we're going to figure out our final score. And to do that, we are going to, I'm going to move these off and just sort of group them up so I can easily see them. Actually, I'm going to put them over here for easy reference. That way you can clearly see the amount of ribbons you have and how much this is worth. All right, that's not bad. Blue is over here, and red is over. I'll just be consistent. My OCD will not allow anything else. Then I've got some silver here, which are just 2 points apiece per that. So maybe I'll just put those over here. 2 points apiece. Okay, so let's take a look. I've got 2 ribbons, which is worth 7 points. And then this one is 3 ribbons worth 11 points. That's not bad. That's 18 points so far. 2 ribbons worth 8. Okay, that's not bad either. So we have 7 plus 11 is 18, plus another 8 is 26. 18 plus 8 is 26, yes. And lastly, 26 plus 9 is 35. And then the ribbons, 35 plus 6 is 41. So if we take a look at our score, somehow I earned the rank of Master, something Anakin could never do. All right, so that was Canvas. Again, that was via the Vincent scenario. If you're looking into the puzzle one, you know what? I might do another video on this if you guys are interested. Maybe I'll just do one anyway, who knows? But you'll get to see the two different variants and how they behave. Well, in regards to this video, this is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.